Okay, 180 seconds to look at issue 18 of Combat Patrol. Front of the issue, pretty much completing the part 2 of 2 for the Termagant Swarm. Contents, painting wise, unsurprising, Termagants and the Rippers. From a read perspective, we have some fiction, well, some story blurbs on Hive and Death Worlds, a little bit of the Space Marine successor chapters, and Shatter in the Warp. And then from a play side, there'll be some datasheet abilities, namely for the Tyranids, and Monster Hunt as a scenario. How to paint, so pretty much for the Termagants and Ripper Swarm, so Wraithbone, Baroque, Gnar, Burgundy's there to get some of those base colours down, repeat of Wraith just to do some tidy up, and then a few decent steps for Abaddon Black, followed by Screamer Pink and Squeak Orange just to do some detailing. And then lastly, pretty much the work in progress of how the squad would look like with those particular paints. And yes, there will be some other stuff in the future. Hive Worlds, just some information about those, followed by Death Worlds. I do like the artwork here, the Catachan and the Corn Demons. And then we also have like a little bit of a blurb here for the planet Baal and Fenris, so the Blood Angels and Space Wolves, Home Worlds respectively. Successor chapters, so just a bit of information about those, and not so much as to why they broke down, but just some information about them. And we do have a quick sample of some successor chapters from various first founding chapters / regions. Shatter in the Warp, information about, well, not information, just some story for Synapse creatures, and then there's some more in the back, and then the datasheet abilities for the Tyranids. Won't spend too much time on these because they may have changed in 11th edition. Monster Hunt scenario, so there's the conditions, etc. Tyranid turn 1 and how it looked. Space Marine turn 1, how that looked, and your usual victory conditions for both sides. Preview for Combat Patrols, Eldar, Chaos Space Marines coming soon, and then pretty much issues 19 and 20, Parasite of Mortrex to wrap up the Tyranids, Chaplain on the Bike to wrap up the Marines. So that was the actual issue. What else was included? The final sprue for the Termagant unit, so there's that, and then obviously Ripper Swarm base and 10 of these. Brilliant. So that is pretty much the end of the page through of Combat Patrol issue 18. Until the next time.